Hello everyone and welcome back. If you've seen the first episode, that's welcome back. If you haven't, then just welcome. As I promised, we're going to take this quest again, deliver 5 royal honeys. But before we do that, there is something I would like to look at, and that is how we are going to upgrade my weapon. So we'll go down to upgrade and we'll see another thing that isn't present in the other games. In this game you can use armor spheres, these armor upgrading material, I may have pronounced that right, to actually increase the damage of our weapons. This increase is a static 15, if I remember correctly. So it's actually pretty good, considering the not so high numbers. 15 is actually pretty good. Just to put it in perspective, the armor skill attack of large will always give you a static 20 damage. This doesn't scale depending on which weapon you use. It will always do 20. So having 15, and you can get it on all the weapons, is actually pretty good. So now I'll try to figure out info on triangle. So as we can see, we will need 1 Yukumo wood and 1 iron ore to upgrade this weapon. So what I'm going to do is actually see if I can buy some pickaxes. And let's see, usually I wouldn't invest in old pickaxes, but we need 1 iron ore. Let's hope we'll get it. So of course we're going to do this quest, and it's actually called Harbinger of Terror. That's an awfully ominous name for a honey gathering quest. Well, oh, there's another guy here. He's actually the peddler of this game. So as you can see, you can buy a lot of things here, including raw meat, which is actually pretty useful, and a lot of other things. So let's not bother with him right now. So if you played Free Ultimate, you'll remember this area. It's the starting area of Monster Hunter Portal first, called the now what is it called? Mountain Stream, I think was the English translation for it. I wanted to call it Misty Peaks or something, but that's a whole nother area. Is that even from this game? I don't know. It sounds familiar at least. Well, if anyone knows, any of you, I don't know, 6, if I'm that lucky, who's watching this know where Mystic Peaks? I don't know where I got that. So we want to gather royal honey. Royal honey, and we're going to do that at, well, actually just normal honey spots. And these honey spots is in area 5 and area 9, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go there, but I think that's a mining spot. So let's see if we can get that iron ore. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, yeah, there it was. Well, we got 2 iron ore, and we actually got a whetstone, which we don't have any of. 5 mini whetstones. Ooh, let's see what happens here. Well, and there we have him. This is like the first monster you'll encounter. It's actually a part of one of the introduction cinematics, which I skipped and haven't recorded. So we could try to fight him. It'll probably be a lot harder than it should be with this weapon. It's not all that hard, but our weapon ain't really upgraded, and I don't remember how to use great axes. But let's. Oh, did I get it? I may have gotten it. Well, we'll know that when I actually do. So he can. Oh, there it was. There it was. There definitely was. Oh, oh. So he doesn't actually hurt all that bad. The problem is I don't really have any healing items and those things. Okay. Let's try to get this right. So what I'm trying to do here is landing these little free charges. Like that. They actually do a crazy amount of damage. Like, so just to put it into perspective, I think this attack will like do, I don't know, if I remember the numbers right, it's like 52% of your raw damage to the monster's sweet spot, the monster's body part. If you do the level 2 charge, which is when it glows like this, like that was a level 2 charge, you'll do 76%. But if you do a full level 3 charge, you'll actually do 110%. So it's like the only hit in the game, I think, that actually does more damage than the actual, what is it called? Oh, now I lost it. It's the only attack that does more damage than the actual raw damage on your weapon, I think. It's like Greatsword is the only one that actually can achieve that with these little free charges. It has another attack which does a slam. It's called the slam charge. It looks slightly different, and it'll do a little more damage than the normal little free charge. Yeah, I didn't hit at all. So yeah, I was just about to say it. If I hit his arms, like there where he has all those spikes, I'll actually bounce off of him with my weapon right now. I'll probably need a better sharpness for that, and that's another factor. Like the yellow glowing sword under my HP and stamina is my level of sharpness, and that actually also plays into how much damage I'll deal on my attacks, or which body parts I'll actually be able to hit without bouncing and stuff like that. It's actually pretty important to have a higher, at least a decent amount of sharpness. Wow. So this is like my first time playing a Monster Hunter game and having to talk like this. And I really find myself being really silent when I try to hit those little free charges. So bear with me, at least for now. I'll probably get better. Hopefully I'll get better at doing that. So I'm not going for the charge there. As you can see, it's better to get the damage off and actually trying to risk getting the little free charge. And as you can see, I'm mostly just hitting his back. I'm pretty certain that is his weakest point for slash damage. Oh, that was. And now my weapon sharpness is decreased. Right now you'll get no wait, the yellow sharpness, you'll get just 100, well, like all your raw damage. You won't get a multiplier. It'll multiplier will actually be like, yeah, 1.0. If you have green sharpness, which is the next step, you'll get a 1.1 multiplier to your attack. But if you get down to that broken state, I think you'll get like a 0.75, I'll say. I want to say maybe it's 0.80 multiplier to your attack, so you'll actually do less damage. So you need to like really mind your sharpness, otherwise you'll do less damage. And that bounce attack that you saw earlier, attacks that bounce actually eats more stamina, sharpness, than attacks that doesn't bounce. So right now you don't see a lot of the different attacks. I can just show them off. You have this standard draw slash. If you just keep pressing, you go into this. That's the slam charge I was talking about before. Let's do it here. You can do it like this. Oh, I didn't release it. That one does a little more damage than the normal little free charge, if I can actually do the charge correctly. So it's not really intended for you to kill this guy here, which is why I like to do it. But he hasn't really flinched at all, really given me much response in way of how much damage I've dealt to him. So I have really, just as I said it, I don't have really a good idea of how much damage I've dealt to him. Oh, was that him being exhausted? Yeah, it was. Let's go. That wasn't. That was a bit off. There. I think that last hit did at least a really, at least a decent amount of damage. So we just keep circling him like this, trying to stay away from his front, which is where most of his attacks are located, just to ensure we don't get hit all that much. Oh, that was really close. Because I don't have a whole lot of healing items, I actually only have this first aid mid left. So we'll try to do this a little carefully. He's still exhausted. Let's see if we can get one. There it was. And we hit it. So that's actually nice. So I guess maybe I won't be using this weapon. At least it's not as exciting as I thought it would be. It may also just be because of the monster I'm finding right now. But I have at least in mind some different weapons I would like to use or somehow showcase in this series. Either because I really like them, just as personal preference, or because they have some cool mechanics. It really doesn't matter. So, oh, he's actually limping. That means that he's below 25% of his max HP. There's also another mechanic in this game where you can capture the monsters instead of killing them. So when you kill a monster, you get something called carves. It's basically you carving pieces of this monster from his body, and most of the time you'll get 3 carves. Oh, that's good. Per monster, and that's true for this guy as well. He's named Oshiro, by the way. That's his Japanese name. His English is Osurus or Asurus. Yeah, I think that's true. Correct, Osurus. But if you capture him, you will have chances of getting different, often more rare rewards, but you won't get the carves. So if you're looking for a certain item, a rare drop of some sort, it's usually better to capture the monster rather than outright killing it. There are some cases where the opposite is true, and I won't really recommend capturing Oshiro. He don't have any rare drops, so to speak of. And right now I'll just do these draw slashes. They do a decent amount of damage. Oh, I hit him. So he should be dead soon, and it's already taking a lot of time. A really long time. Considering this is like the first monster you'll fight. I've taken, yeah, it's at least past 10 minutes of me fighting this guy. But he should be dead very soon. Those claws. Oh, I didn't do that. Right. So, this is actually getting kinda risky. I don't have a lot of health left. Let's see here. We were actually doing a quest, weren't we? I have 6 royal honeys, and I needed to gather, what was it? 5, right? So I actually have what I need to complete the quest. So, oh, yeah, I just killed him. Well, I just need to get these little ones out of the way. They're called Jaggiers. They're not really hard or anything. They're just like the standard small minions that you would have. But I'll just dispatch of them, and then I'll get my calves. Then we need to gather that Yakumo wood to upgrade my weapon. And after that, we'll complete the quest. Now, let's see here. So, if you aren't aware, you used all these materials from all these different monsters to make weapons or armor. And all these armors have different abilities. Like this one I have right now has Divine Blessing and Whim. Whim allows me to gather more with my tools without them breaking. There's a lesser chance for them to break. And Divine Blessing gives me a percentage chance to take reduced damage. So all these skills are really the only real way to, now quote unquote, level or enhance your character. You don't gain levels in this game. You don't gain passive attack powers or passive stats or anything. Oh, I've already done this. You only gain better equipment or different skills. The rest is just, yeah, well, up to you as the player to get better at the game. So, with that said, we have the Yakumo wood, and we have 2 pieces of iron ore, and we have all the royal honey that we need. I actually didn't get any real honey, which is really useful for a lot of things, because of a certain mechanic that we'll get into later. I haven't really needed to talk about it right now, so we won't. So now we'll just get ourselves back to the camp and deliver these honeys. And hopefully this quest hasn't been too boring to watch. Well, it probably has, but well, let's not talk about that. So, when you have to deliver things, you do it with this box. And with this, the quest is completed. And this episode has already gone on for a long time. So I'll just be cutting it here. And I hope you guys enjoyed. There'll be more to come. So, see you.